things in public.
There was the fertility rites. There were, and that's a very big part of what's happening here. She was trying to. It was part of the rituals.
Yes, but it was not done. Moshe was standing
They
there.
had outdoor temples, and this is what it was part of the worship.
Yes,
in
but
a lot of, I don't know if in
by
my
the Yidden.
Okay, now.
Not for the Yidden, no, but that was what she was trying to do. They were.
Yes, of course. That's why it was more important to take extra.
It wasn't that erratic.
What?
It wasn't that erratic.
Yeah, it's really complicated like that. Yeah, no, yes, even though.
Lamas, it's like the argument of Torah Shemayim.
Right, exactly.
It's like, you're based in your past.
No, it's very good. Yes, it's very well said. Very well said. It's somewhat intriguingly complicated like that. He pushes the point all the time that Zimri was right and Pinchas not right, and Pinchas really didn't understand what's going on. So ultimately, Pinchas' action was wrong. But the Eivishter approved of Pinchas' action in terms of the fact that according to his understanding, he did what was right. So far as to say that Reb Yoinoson is busy shalom and he's a great guy and so on. It's quite complicated like that. Like the two sides of it. On the one hand, the way he puts it down is that Zimri was just right. Really, Zimri was just right and Pinchas was wrong. But still, Pinchas gets scarred because according to his understanding, he did what was right.
But it's a fundamental. That's how Yiddishkeit really is a deviation from every other system out there. Because we don't. Because this idea that we're divinely inspired right now to do this sin, that's okay. That here we have it based in. This is wrong.
Yeah, but he's saying that it's not like that. Under certain circumstances, it's not like that. I mean, he's saying that Zimri was right to do what he did.
When you said the individual was saying that an individual has such a type that he can't...
a big tzaddik.
He can't control it.
Yes.
And so, therefore, the person makes the rationalization in his own head that since he's such a tzaddik, and that he has such a type...
But he didn't say that. You're saying that, and I want to address myself to that right away. That's a good point. But he didn't say that. Maybe that's what Pinchas was saying. Pinchas was saying that Zimri was just rationalizing. But he said that Zimri had the true understanding of the situation. That Zimri, in fact, couldn't control himself, and in fact, Zimri was carrying out the divine will. That's what he says.
He doesn't say that.
No.
Zimri's,
that's what he says. Zimri hoy be'emes shoymatz b'kol types rois v'alta also b'dat she b'zugoi ma'kashem b'koichoi, and that's the way it is.
He held it. She was his bazooka. Yeah.
No, but he said, look what he says at the end. Look what he says at the end. He says that Zeh mamish in Pinchas Pinchas is not Yisrael v'yaveu. Zeh mamish in Pinchas Yadonah Zimri v'noif ba'alma. Al king donois. Al king donois say kanoim poigboy. V'nela bimenu oimi kisoy dadover shoye b'Zimri ki he hoyse basuga misheich shimei bereshis. That Pinchas didn't know the mystical depth of the situation. Pinchas just didn't know.
No, but Zimri held.
No, he's saying that Zimri was right.
Right.
Pinchas just didn't understand what was going on. Your point is good and it's intriguing. It's interesting that the Eivishter works like that. Everybody has his own ball game going. Because at any rate, Pinchas did what was absolutely right according to his understanding of the situation. Because of that,
there are some situations where things are different in the halacha.
But the Gemara gives,
even according to everybody.
But that's within halacha. But that's the Gemara explains that within halacha.
It really was a get, I'm afraid.
Yeah, exactly. The Gemara explains that within halacha. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I just like you find it sort of in the lore of religion.
Listen, you're saying it a certain way. I'm going to talk about that in a second. That maybe Zimri was talking it into himself. And once you get a type beyond a certain point, that's what the Yitzhar tells you. I just can't help myself. I understand, and that's how Pinchas understood the situation. And Pinchas said he really could have helped himself, but he doesn't say the Meshalech doesn't say that's what was up with Zimri. He says about Pinchas al kedonoy sekanon poigvei v'nela mimenu oimi kisoy dadov. And the depth of the matter was hidden from him. Pinchas didn't understand the truth of the situation. He's saying that, exactly. Pinchas, if he wouldn't have been Nar Yisrael, he would have known. If he would have been, let's say, somehow older, more mature, spiritually he would have grasped the depth, the true depth of the situation.
But the point being is that even though spiritually with this thing, this, that you have to follow what the halach is, whatever it is, even spiritually and through all the oilums.
No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that. That's a nice fruma Torah. But he does. That's not what the Meir Shloach is saying. Of course, I understand that. That's what I understand. But you know, listen. Sanzaruf, I mentioned earlier that Sanzaruf said in reaction to this shtikel as Dafa Brennan himself. So it's sufficiently controversial. But the Meir Shloach does not say that the deal with Pinchas is that no matter what, if this guy's all spiritual and holy and he has all kinds of visions, and we don't care and we need to do the shtikel. That's not what he says. He says the deal with Pinchas is that he did wrong, but he did right according to his own understanding because he didn't understand the sod from the Zach. And the Eibishter gave him schar because according to his understanding he did what was right, not because he did the shtikel.
So like in Chassidus, like he thinks he's doing right, even though he put the
something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Paradoxically, something like that. Pinchas came pushing to Yid. He wasn't mavkin the emeserutz Hashem. He wasn't mavkin the emeserutz Hashem. Nor was laut zan pushen verstand. Das ist so. I feel that nicht richtig, but he wanted to please the Eibishter. So because of that, he got stuff.
You know, going on this way of looking at it, it really never says anywhere in the Torah that Pinchas did a good thing. It says that because he because he was kineh, I'm giving him brit shalom. I'm not saying today, you know, what's the big yichus of being a Cohen, so you get free beef, but otherwise you can't come and you can't do this, you can't do this. Yes. It's not so much of a...
I think that they make that diak, and all this form from this cheder, I think I saw them making that the schar is not for the mice, the schar is for tachas hashekine, for the intent.
No, it says it's schar, maybe it's a punishment.
No, nobody says it. It says even the noise is busy show. It says look, it's Hashem Chamosim al Bnei Yisrael. It says Hashem Chamosim al Bnei Yisrael that because of what Pinchas did to my gate to stop, Pinchas succeeded in taking away the divine wrath. And it says look, and even the noise is busy show that the Eibishter made a covenant with him because of this. Okay, Ad Kan the father, now the son. What does the Yankiv say about it? Yankiv says it was the son of the Meir Shloach. V'hinei Zimri toa. Zimri argued, ki me'achar shehu meiv, since he understands, ki nimtze b'zeh ha'nefesh kedusha, that in this nefesh of Kozbi there is kedusha v'shayeches a love, and this nefesh, this soul, is essentially spiritually connected to him, ki mevur b'kisvei Arizal, as it is explained in Kisvei Arizal. Okay, the fish are neged einov ze hoyachet. He says there's an inyan that there's an inyan of neged einov. There's an inyan there's an inyan that I need to read a little bit from earlier. I'm sorry Shira Malus Dovad Hashem loy gova libi v'loy romu einai v'loy halachti b'gduloy sub'neflois mimei. That David said, my heart was not proud, my heart did not go high, and my eyes were not uplifted, and I did not go in ways that are higher and more wondrous than me, too wondrous for me. Im loy shivisi v'doimamti nafshi kegomal alay imay kegomal alay nafshi. So he says, loy gova libi, that the Indian is that it said in the pasuk that David says that his heart wasn't proud and he didn't let his heart go too high. That David didn't let himself go too high, and so to speak, he spoke about his own midah of holding himself within his own madrege, which means that he didn't use betachin in an inappropriate place. Even though a person needs to have trust in the Lord, but in a place where a person needs to guard himself, in that place one